Which one do you think has the better face? Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven with your weekly figure news fix, this time around 23rd to 28th of March 2026. And for this week, we have a moderate amount of new anime figures on the genuine side of things, licensed PVC figures. The main highlight is probably a 1x4 scale Nikke figure from Freeing, which is not a bunny girl, and I have a lot to discuss about that one, followed by the usual stuff. Azur, Musume. Oh yeah, we have 4 idol figures this week. 2 from Idol Master, 2 from Bank Dream. And on the third priority side of things, the usual stuff once again. Blue Archive, Wuthering Waves, Honkai stuff. What else? Oh yeah, stolen art stuff. Stolen art, AI accusations, the usual stuff, which we'll discuss again later on. Now, our first section over here is Hobby Link Japan for genuine licensed PVC figures. And the first one is already a main highlight this week. Freeing 1x4 scale Goddess of Victory Nikke, Mihara Bonding Chain, 45,000 yen, December release. This is 5,000 yen more than every previous 1x4 scale Nikke figures by Freeing. Clay and Bay, the cheerleader ones, Anis, and there's another girl wearing blue color uniform. What was her name again? Yeah, that one wasn't as popular, I think. So this additional 5,000 yen, is it because this character is more complex? Is it because of the weakening Japanese yen and geopolitical stuff? No. Plastic is made from oil, and since oil is getting expensive, you can expect PVC figures to get expensive as well. That's the sad thing. I have no idea which one has any influence on this figure's pricing, but anyways, my point of view over here is that the complexity, the detail levels are roughly the same as their 1x4 scale Anis. So they are increasing the price just because why not? Now, the main topic I want to bring up with this figure is the face. So now I am putting up a comparison picture on screen between the Freeing 1x4 scale Mihara on the left and Anigift 1x7 Mihara on the right. That one is 22,000 yen. Pre-order has already closed. Which one do you think has the better face? You see, I have never had any issues with Freeing when it comes to face sculpt specifically. I think they do a good job with every release, right? No problems. You've never seen me complain about a Freeing figure's face having issues, right? Not even once. This time around, I am leaning towards the Anigift one a bit more, just a bit more, solely because of the way the eyes are being contoured, right? So the main difference I'm seeing is how the eyebrows and the eyes are shaped over here. The Freeing one, she looks a bit more, how do I even describe this in words? She looks a bit more gentle in a way. Meanwhile, the Anigift one looks like a confident smile of some kind. The way the eyes are being contoured, being curved, that alone makes a lot of difference in the facial expression. Both of them look exactly like Mihara. I don't have a complaint at all with either when it comes to accuracy of the face sculpt and the eyes and everywhere else. But the face expression is certainly slightly different, and I do prefer the Anigift one a bit more. I would love your thoughts on this one. So, not saying either one is better than the other. Objectively, this is more of a subjective feeling, in my opinion. However, I don't think that I can compare 1x7 to 1x4 directly because they are completely different price points. There are some of you who will never collect a 1x4 because of cost and space concerns. Granted, a figure like this in 1x4, well, the footprint is not big, does not take up that much space. The problem is the cost over here. And will I get this 1x4 scale Freeing figure? I am leaning towards a no for now. And the problem is that even though I'm hoping for a slight discount after release, I'm not that confident that will happen, right? There are existing Nikke figures, the prices have remained stable, close to MSRP. There are no bargain bins or even small discounts of any kind. I doubt that the same thing would happen to this figure. And it is also not often that we get the same figure, exactly the same one, down to the outfit and the pose in two different scales. The last time that happened, at least for the one I remember, was Skahak from FGO, the bunny version. Yeah, Free Ink did a 1x4, Alto did a 1x7. And in that comparison, I also preferred the 1x7 Alto's face more than the 1x4 Free Ink one. There is a slight difference between the two as well. And the same thing is repeating over here. So what do you think? Will you pre-order this one or will you wait it out? Or you are content with the Anigift one? Yeah, I might get the Anigift one myself. The 1x7. 1x4, I'm not sure. And since 1x4 stuff take up a lot of space, I think I have to be more selective with which character I choose to purchase in 1x4. Moving on to the next one, right, we have Free Ink 1x4 skill Shinobi Master Senran Kagura New Link Hikage Bondage Made version, 36,000 yen, September release. This September. Okay, so I think it was a month ago they put Rumi on pre-order in the same outfit, but Rumi had a dull grayish blue hair. So in combination with this black bikini and maid outfit, no, it was rather monotonous. The colors wasn't that nice, but maybe because of the color of Hikage's hair, she looks a lot nicer over here. And once again, I believe I said the same thing about Rumi. Number one, this is Senran Kagura we are talking about. If you want it, pre-order it, right? Senran Kagura stuff are popular. Number two, is this customable? Just like Rumi, in this case, I think it is quite unlikely. Yeah. Number one, HLJ is offering the pre-order. That is a sign itself. And number two, the sculpting, right? So in previous Senran Kagura or even some other figures by Free Ink like High School DxD or Azur, if you see the bikini top squeezing against the oppa is like curving in, not being squeezed by a tight outfit, then you know that that is not customable. Because in order to make the chest customable, you need to replace the entire chest with a new part, so that the oppa is not weird shape when you remove the bikini, something like that. So for this figure, no. I think I am 99.9% certain this is not customable. Right, moving on to the next one here, we are now in 1x6 skill territory. 1x6 skill Hanikami Kanojo Satsuki Miyoga. Bunny girl version illustration by Pigomizu. Hanabi. Almost 19,000 yen at 1/6, great price. November release. So there is already a pair of figures of the same exact character in the same outfit, but the pose is slightly different by the company Plum, right? And the Plum version is actually quite nice. There is the standard color version and there's a limited color version, I think. And the Plum version is a lot more expensive. I think it's for 23 or 25,000 yen. Yeah, somewhere along those lines. This is 19k, but as long they can get the face right, yes, get this one because it is cheaper, right? The Plum version is not exactly that rare. At least that is the case in China. I've seen her in stock everywhere among the sellers in Taobao at a normal price. Meanwhile, the Hanabi version, they can get it even lower in pricing, and the shading is nice. You look at her purple, magenta, the purple shading is so heavy. Same thing can be said about the stocking. I think this is all down to the face, right? If this is exactly what we're getting, no face problems at all, then this is a great purchase, man. I like it so much. And as a photographer, I like what I'm seeing over here. This is very photogenic as well. Right, moving on to the next one. Union Creative is up with the second, Idol Master Shiny Colors figure. Just last week, they put another one on pre-order. Of course, I have forgotten her name already. This is the second one, which is a pair to that other figure. This would be Tenka Osaki Guardian Amethyst version, 30,000 yen, January 2027 release. Yeah, nice base and the wings, right? Of course, this is going to cost 30,000 yen. It did feel pretty expensive. I commented about the other figure last week, but not too surprising anymore. It is just a matter of time, man. Before scale figures start hitting 30,000 yen regularly, in just 5 years maybe. At least this is a 1x6 scale, so I think the price is still relatively reasonable. even if it is on the expensive side. Just that, yeah, Union Creative is a bit hit or miss in QC. Next up, 1x7 skill, Bang Dream Tomori Takamatsu Zero Gravity version by Good Smile. I'm actually quite surprised that this one is only going for 19,000 yen, June release. And of course, she goes for a set with this other girl over here. And her name would be Anon Chihaya. Same price, June release next year as well. Right, so 19,000 yen. Well, I suppose that if you look at the big picture, it is just an idol character in a pretty outfit. And yeah, how much does that base cost? Maybe not much. I'm not sure. Like, this is a very attractive figure with a base that is not a plain round disc, yet they go for 19k each. I'm a bit confused. Do you know why? Because I remember Kotobukiya's Bang Dream figures to be more expensive than this. Normally, it is the other way around, Kotobukiya is the cheaper one. And Kotobukiya's Bang Dream figures are not at this level of detail in the paintwork. What is Good Smile's secret for getting the price down to this level? I have no idea. Yeah. But it is a great thing to see that they are trying hard to keep their prices in check. Up next, 1x7 scale Azurian Bismarck. Unpacked surprise version, whatever that means, by Good Smile, 26,000 yen. Oof. That licensing cost must be expensive. March 2027 release. This figure is not that much more complex or detailed compared to the Bang Dream figures earlier, yet this one is almost 6,000 yen more. Sometimes I have no idea how they price their products. Of course, there is a possibility where this is sort of an Azulin tax. They know that people will buy it, so they price it higher. Just like Fate series stuff, FGO stuff, there is a FGO tax as people call it. They price it higher because they know the Japanese collectors would buy it anyway. I'm not sure if we are dealing with the same thing over here. And someone in my Discord server said that you would love to smack this Bismarck. Yeah, who doesn't, right? Very attractive. I like it a lot, but no, I'm not paying 26k for this. I am betting on this one getting discounted after release. The reason why I'm saying so is that a lot of Azurian stuff, they get overproduced regardless of brand. They make too many units. Perhaps Alter is the only exception. There are some Alter figures, Azurian figures that went up in price, but outside of that, yeah, I think I'll wait for discounts if I were you for this figure. Moving on to the next one. How many years has it been since the last time we saw a premium scale figure of Ram or Ram by a figure brand like Good Smile? It has been years, I think. It was just, I think, before the pandemic, right? Before the pandemic, almost every week we had a new Ram scale figure from a brand like Furio or Kadokawa KD Call, or yeah, everyone was spamming figures of her. And then things slowed down quite a bit. Nowadays we see only price figures. Now Ram is making a comeback in an outfit or in a design which I'm not a fan of. ReZero Ram Breeder in the Garden version, almost 24,000 yen, March 2027 release. And once again, same comment as Bismarck earlier. Wait for a discount. Yes, that is my prediction for this one. She will get discounted. Unless you really want this version, want it badly for some reason, I don't see this Ram to be that special. I mean, in terms of character design or outfit design, yeah, it is special, but we have way too many Ram figures out there. Even the ones that released years ago can still find them in stock today. Right, moving on to the next one here, re-release by Good Smile. Arknight's Suitor, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that correctly. 19,273 yen, October release very soon, this October. Okay, I'm not too surprised by this one, right? Her value has gone up. Like in the months after she was released, the value shot up. Nowadays, she's going for high 20s or even low 30s, 30K at least for a new one if you can find one. So to see this one getting re-released is very nice. And I almost regretted not purchasing this one. But at the same time, uh, I think that impulsive feel of wanting a figure the moment you see something really nice, yeah, that want factor has waned a bit over time. Like I used to want it really badly back then. Now I'm seeing it again more than a year after the first release. The urge of wanting it is not that strong anymore. In fact, this figure made it into my best figure of the year award. The year before, I think it was the year 2024. Yeah, she was nominated as one of the best of the year. Top 20, I think. Should you get it? If you want her, yes, absolutely. Pre-order this one, right? I told you guys to wait for Bismarck or RAM to be discounted. For this one, I would say pre-order it. Moving on to the next one, we have Apex Toys 1x7 skill. Yat-Sen from Azur, Paragon of Celestial Grace version, 25k almost. Ouch. November release this November. This one is a bit bland, a bit boring for an Azur character. This one, I would suggest waiting. You know, nowadays figures are getting so expensive and inevitably shipping is going to get expensive as well. So if you're looking to cut down on your figure pre-orders, you want to be more selective, I suggest waiting for this one to be discounted as well. Of course, if you get your figures from China, this is going to be way below 24k, maybe 21, 22k equivalents in Chinese yuan. But still, despite having a lower price in China, wait for it. Wait until after release. Until today, I have yet to see an Apex Toys skill figure becoming extremely rare. To the extent the price went up by 50 or 100%, I've yet to see that happen. Yeah. Maybe because of my bias where I tend to look at stuff around in China, not just in Japan. And being a Chinese brand, you know, it is easy to find over there in China. Moving on to the next one, this is a very nice new jersey by Fu Ryu from Azur, IRF 2024 version, 27k. Ouch. December release. Okay. So now with these Fu Ryu prices, their figures very low. 20, 22, 24,000 yen maybe. Yeah, I suppose that licensing cost has a part in it. You know, they have this Mihara figure as well, right? Fu Ryu has one. Different outfit lying on the chair. That one was 27,000 yen as well. This one also 27,000 yen. Man, this is a very nice New Jersey figure. I like it a lot. In fact, this one looks really nice next to the Apex Toys version, which they also have a red screen version. This one look really nice next to her. Just that, New Jersey, I'm sorry, Azur fans and New Jersey fans, I'm sorry, but New Jersey is kind of like a trash waifu in Azur because most of her figures get bargain bins after release, and not because people did not like her. It is the opposite, in fact. Figure brands know that everyone loves New Jersey and they proceed to overproduce it. So this is a matter of supply and demand. Too much supply, not enough demand. So you get bargain binning. I've seen enough bargain bins of New Jersey. The only exception I can think of is the Race Queen by Apex Toys. That one is not dropping in price. Moving on to the next one here from Fu Ryu, we have Yuki's school uniform version from playing deaf games to put food on the table. You know, I've tried watching this anime 3 times already. I tried to watch it, I did not like it. Did not like the animation style. November release, 21,000 yen. But though, this is a really nice figure of her. The problem is that I look at these pictures over here. Oh, I like it a lot. And then when the actual figure comes out from Fu Ryu, it can look a bit underwhelming compared to the official pics. Yeah, that is the main problem I have with Fu Ryu scale figures in general. They still look alike compared to the official photographs, just that they look a bit less refined in the actual figure. Happens a lot, right? It happens a lot. I like this a lot, man. I guess this is my thing with slender JKs, like borderline lolly yet not lolly at the same time. I have a thing for characters like these. Right, moving on. to the next one here. This went on pre-order last Saturday, a week ago, but pre-order opened after I have finished filming last week's figure news. I mean, so this is Alia Succubus version from Alia. Sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. 20,000 yen by Full View, November release. Right, seasonal anime character, but a nice one, and I really can't wait for the season 2. I liked season 1 a lot. Well, I'm skipping past this one. Skipping past it easily. Nowadays, it is hard to convince me to spend big money on expensive skill figures of seasonal anime characters. Even if that seasonal anime gets like 3 or even 5 seasons, a bit hard to get me to buy it. I prefer to invest in gacha game characters. Moving on to the next one, Fat Company, Musume, Grand Algeria, 25,273 yen, March release. Thank you, Fat Company, for not making this an exclusive. Right? It was just a year ago, every Musume figures, they were AmiAmi exclusives, including tax 27,800 yen. This is the price before tax in Japan. Man, the details on the outfit, I freaking loved it. This is my kind of thing. I would go as far to say that Fat Company is making some of the best Musume figures out there. And this is insane coming from me when I used to criticize them so much. Yeah, I still have some beef with them because they tend to screw up FGO figures, So yeah, this one feels expensive, but it is nothing new. Like every Musume figure by Fat, they are the same exact price. Even though it is just a high detail figure with a round disc base, I would still implore you to pre-order it early if you want it. Musume stuff, they tend to go up in value. At least getting a pair of extra arms over here and extra faceplate, not bad. Moving on to the next one here, Patouch Kivia from Sentenced to be a Hero by Kotobukiya. Wow, 29k September release. And this is the standard version. Once again, Kotobukiya is offering a Koto Online exclusive with an extra face part, which you couldn't get on HLJ or AmiAmi or most Japanese websites. See, the one thing I don't understand about Kotobukiya is that they do figures of seasonal anime characters, which, going by normal predictions, what we have seen with other figure brands, they bargain bin after release. But many of Kotobukiya's seasonal anime character figures go up in value after release. I'm not quite sure why. This is specific to Kotobukiya. So with this figure, I'm not sure how to give an advice over here to pre-order it early or not, because the price is a bit excessive to me. Yet I'm not sure if the price would go up even further after release. I'm not sure at all. What I do know is Sentenced to be a Hero is extremely popular, but so far it felt not okay to me. I'm watching it. I'm not quite sure why people are hyping it up so much. The price is excessive. 29k is a bit too much for this one, and even more so when the brand is Kotobukiya. Moving on to the next one, Love Life Nijigasaki. Oh, just now I said that we have 2 Idolmaster figures this week. No, 1 Idolmaster. The other one is a Love Life figure. Okay, this is by PM Office A or Plum. Ai Miyashita, 21,850 yen, June release this June. Now, this is a more attractive character design than usual because some of the newer Love Life figures have been quite lackluster. This one has that Love Life spirit. Like when I look at the character design, I can kind of tell it is from Love Life, not Idolmaster or Bang Dream. Yeah, I think I know why. She reminds me of that half American in the original Love Life series, the Muse band. What is her name again? She reminds me of her. Ayase Ellie, right? Yeah, I'm starting to remember her name. I think she looks like Ayase Ellie a bit. Okay, I'm moving on To the next one here, Alice Glint. Non-scale Vocaloid Elementary Schooler Kai Yuki Kyofu all back version. Yeah, I remember seeing this one in One Fest. 7,400 yen February release. Small figure after all. And there is an AmiAmi exclusive version where I think you're getting an extra acrylic stand of something. No extra face plates. I think you're getting an extra acrylic stand. Let me have a look. Optional part, track logo acrylic stand. Yep. For just an additional 400 yen. So maybe get this one on AmiAmi. No comment for this figure. Not my kind of thing. Yes, I like lollies, but not elementary schoolers. Please no. uh, Low detail figure as well, but Alice Glints as a brand, they are great. I just bought my first Alice Glint figure from Blue Archive. I bought a pre-owned one, but yeah, the quality is fine actually. Up next, this one pre-order opened last Saturday as well. Low budget figure 1/8 scale Zenless Zone Zero Gift Plus Hoshimi Miyabi Sparkling Wonderland version by Miatos, 6,800 yen only, November release. Now that is a very nice low budget figure, I have to say. Pretty base too. Right, not plain disc with no design. There is some design on it. Very nice. So if the Apex Toys one is too expensive for you, after all, it is 40,000 yen. This is a good compromise. It is not like, oh, I can't afford a 40,000 yen figure. I have to settle for some third-rate trash by a price figure brand. No. This is a lot better than any average price figure. Yeah, I've reviewed only 2 Gift Plus figures for now, but you guys already know about my opinion about this brand and Gift Plus line overall. A big thumbs up, as long as you do not mind the small 1/8 scale. Up next over here, pop-up Red Panther L size from Persona 5 Royal. Almost 9,000 yen, September release. You know, she has a very nice backside. I don't know if I want to put it on screen, but that is so, yeah, so slappable, you know? Plop, plop, plop. Oh, beautiful. The only problem is that I know that I'm fairly certain that the actual release will not look anywhere this good. A few of you in my Discord server, you guys were just complaining over the pop-up Red L. What's her name again? God. Some of you posted picture of that figure in my PVC channel, and quality control problems everywhere on that figure, right? Paint scratches, mold lines. Yeah, pop-up Red. That is pop-up Red, guys. And it is so sad to see that kind of problem creeping into the L series, not just the standard pop-up Red. Now pop-up Red L has the problem as well. You see how shiny the outfit is? Looks like real leather, right? I guarantee you, the final product does not look anywhere this close or this shiny. It is misleading. Yeah. So, what some figure brands do, which is a very trashy thing to do, they will spray a layer of coating, temporary coating on their prototype figures before they let the photographer take the pictures. Yes. And this spray is actually washable, removable. It is not permanent. You just have to clean it under, yeah, running tap water or a basin of water. And this coating, the original intention, the original purpose of this coating, which you spray on any object before you take photographs, is to reduce the amount of reflections. Yeah, absorb light a bit, diffuse light a bit. I've seen that spray being sold in local hardware stores over here. So that's how I found out, right? They say that product photographers use it. But some figure brands are probably misusing it to misrepresent their products. And I've seen this happen over and over again, specifically with pop-up Red figures. This goes as far back as Saber Alter. Yes, came out like, was it 5 or 7 years ago, something like that. Saber Alter, the armor she's wearing, the black, dark purple armor, looked shiny, looked metallic in the official product photos. The actual figure that came out, the metal, looked really dull, not metallic at all. And I noticed the same pattern repeating with any figures that may have metallic paint or glossy paint like this one over here. Yeah, so I would not trust these pictures at all, none of it. And the same thing can be said for this one, a Queen L size, almost 9,000 yen September release as well. So for Queen over here, you look at her black color suit, right? There is a matte dull finish, not the shiny finish you saw with Panther earlier. This is the kind of finish that I expect to see on Panther as well. So imagine Panther in this red color outfit, but the surface finish looks more like this one. So a dull red color finish is not going to be as nice looking as those product pictures by Good Smile. And the next pop-up rate over here, normal pop-up rate New Bell from Free Runs Beyond Journey's End, 5,000 yen, September release, 5,000 yen. Yeah, I suppose the baseline price of pop-up rate has gone up. Back then, it was as low as 4,000 yen just a few years ago, or 4,300 yen or so. Looks nice, but I would suggest waiting until after release. Here's the thing. Pop-up rate free run. The prices are going up for some reason. At least that's the case in my country among local sellers. Maybe they're just overpricing it because they know people want it. But forget about this one. You don't have to pre-order it. Go and find price figures by Taito or Fuvio. Up next, pop-up rate Machi from Hunter Cross Hunter, 5,900 yen, September release. Same thing, I would suggest waiting until after release. You don't have to pre-order this one early. And that would be all for the Hobby Link Japan section. Moving on to AmiAmi. Before I proceed, if you're enjoying this video, please to give it a like and subscribe to this channel for more anime figure content every week. And also, please to make use of my affiliate links down in the description below if you're buying or pre-ordering anything from HLJ or OSGK. Or you can click on the link on the top right corner of this video that may appear every once in a while. Right, so back to AmiAmi right here. This is a quick mention because I've covered this figure 3-4 weeks ago on OSGK because I wasn't sure if this would show up in the Japanese website, but now we have it. Mi-Side Crazy Mita 1/7 scale by Rowa Studio. 34,650 yen. Yep, this wasn't cheap on OSGK either. It is a licensed figure. July release, this July, very soon. So this is the version I like more for obvious reasons. It is more detailed. It has a more complex base, a lot of stuff going on. But this wasn't the best selling figure on AmiAmi this week. It is this cheaper, simpler version by the same studio, which is the #1 pre-order on AmiAmi this week, which is pretty interesting. This is going for under 12,000 yen. Mi-Side Kind Mita 1/7 scale, Rowa Studio as well, releasing this July. And you even get 2 different head sculpts over here, man, for under 12,000 yen. Yeah. That is an incredible looking base for under 12,000 yen. Right, moving on to the next one here. This one is not yet available on HLJ at the time of recording. Maybe they have not listed it yet. Toho Project Rumia illustration by Uzan 1/7 scale by Furio, 21,000 yen, releasing this November. Now that is a very nice figure, just that I'm not sure if I can trust the pictures provided by Furio. This looks exceptionally detailed, isn't it? The sculpt on the hair. Yeah. Just that I have no idea if the final products will look like this. So speaking of my complaint earlier about how Good Smile often misleaded us collectors about their pop-up rates, and also the same thing being done by Furio to a certain extent, where the actual figure looks a bit less detailed. This is actually pretty similar to how some third-party brands from China using AI to edit their product pictures to trick people into pre-ordering their figures early. The methodology is different. The methods are different. Here is one company from Japan using photography, Photoshop trickery to get people to pre-order something. And here you have another different company from China also trying to get people to pre-order their stuff, but instead of using a camera or Photoshop, they're using AI. So the methods are different, but the end goal is the same thing. So sometimes I feel like, we complain about Chinese brands being unethical, but the Japanese brands are actually not that far off when you think about it. Yeah. Okay, so back to this week's figure pre-order over here. The next one would be Tenitol Big Noodle Stopper Nacho Neko. 20k, the size is close to 1/4 scale, by the way, even though it is non-scale on paper. October release, also not yet available on HLJ, but this is not an exclusive or anything like that. Well, they are good value purchases if you like your figures big. Next up over here, Animaster 1/6 Little Succubus Chili. She's not holding any chili. Okay, 10,450 yen, October 2026 release. There are more Animaster figures coming, right? I think OSGK has listed a bunch of it on pre-order this week, but officially on Japan's websites, I can only find one on pre-order open. This one right here. I would wait until after release if I want it. I don't see any urgency to pre-order it early, but in general, Animaster's 1/6 scale figures, low budget figures are quite nice purchases. Recently, there was a drama involving one of their latest releases. I can't remember the name. She has red hair, wearing black bunny suit. The face is kinda like a bit of a train wreck, but I think that could be a viewing angle issue. Of course, this so-called train wreck face is based off pictures uploaded by people on the internet. I have not gotten my hands on the figure, so I can't say much otherwise. Still, if you want to pre-order it, this looks pretty nice to me. Up next, the next 6 figures, I think. Yep, they are from AmiAmi's adult section. The first one, Akane Hiragizawa, illustrated by Yasu, 1/6 scale from Bedroom Honey, a relatively new edgy figure brand. I think they are based in China. Almost 19,000 yen November release. This product is an officially imported item with Chinese specifications. There we go, a Chinese brand. Yeah, a very new brand, and this one is pretty ordinary to me. JK on a school desk, playing with toys, and you know what toys I'm referring to. So this is not that unique to me. Next up over here, there are 4 versions of this figure by Eclipse Feather, and this is also a Chinese brand. There are 4 different versions, but I'm only covering the most expensive variants over here, 2 figures for 39,200 yen. Mika Aizono Piggy Bounce version and Midnight Groove version, 1/6 scale, February 2027 release. So the standard version, right, the safe forward version is quite bland, quite boring if you ask me. Meanwhile, the Piggy version, yeah, Hadaka stuff, but I'm not a fan of this character's design. And there are slightly cheaper versions. Okay, the cheapest one, this one right here, where you only buy the edgy version. I think this is good enough, to be honest. 26k, right? And there are another 2 versions in between this one and the 39,000 yen one. A difference of a difference of 3 to 4,000 yen. So the next one is like 29,000 yen, and then you have another one at 34,000 yen or so, and then the most expensive one, 39. It is weird for me to say that I prefer the standard version over here because the deluxe version where you get 2 figures, the other one is a bit like just a pretty girl in street wear, nothing special to me. Up next we have, oh nice, Ju Soldier. My mouth is kind of dry right now after talking for so long. Okay, I'll just call her Mizuha Aomiya. Yep, this is from a H anime. I watched it. Very nice. Just that she's not my kind of woman because, yeah, too big. The chest is too big. But, which production studio is behind this H anime already? Every single H anime produced by this studio, I will watch it because they get their Ahegao faces so right. Beautiful. And a lot of NTR stuff. That's why I watch it. 31,480 yen by Pure, releasing in May 2027. So even though this may not be the kind of chick that I like, I still want the figure. because it is a work of art, right? The face and everything, the sculpture is beautiful. Moving on to the next one here, Binding Creators Opinion 1x4 scale Blossom Bunny. 40k releasing in September. Yeah, just a bunny girl wearing an outfit similar to lingerie, and you can cast it off, nothing special with this one. And the last edgy figure on AmiAmi, I'm a bit surprised by this one, or maybe I shouldn't. Surprised by how this one is getting re-released after so many years. This figure came out like, was it 8 or 10 years ago? Something like that. This is a very old figure, and they are re-releasing it in 2026. Taimanin RPGX Tenshin Eiketsu Sakura Igawa. Yep, renewal version. Another word for re-release, but the packaging will be a bit different, and maybe they are modifying the mold. The mold is old by now. By Lacquery, 23,300 yen, releasing this August. And yeah, this is cast offable for the top. For the bottom, I'm not too sure, but the top is cast offable. I still prefer the ones made by PR when it comes to Taimanin scale figures, right? Okay, and the last figure over here, yep, on Ninin Game, Be Full Insights, only one figure this week. Naughty Gyaru Amase Rina 1x5 scale, 24,000 yen, releasing in October. This is, I mean, even based on this picture alone provided by Ninin Game, the official picture, I feel like I'm looking at a low budget figure. It looks cheap. Yeah. At least it is big, 1x5, I guess. And that would be all for figures on pre-order this week for the genuine ones. Moving on to Oz GK for third-party resin figures on pre-order this week. I just had to bring this one up even though it is not an anime figure. Everyone needs one of these. If you watch this channel at all, you need this figure because this perfectly describes every figure collector. $33 is a bit expensive for something the size of an Android 10 centimeters. There are 4 versions over here, 2 big ones, orange cat or gray cat. Of course, I'll take orange cat, right? I mean, Garfield. I still want it though. Hopefully, I mean, it is only 33 bucks. I should really make a purchase now. I should make an order now. This is coming out in June. Right, moving on to the actual figures on pre-order this week. The first section, Chibi figures. Only one, and it is not Anya. GGG Studio and Administrator Penguin from Arknights Enfield. $126 for everything you see in this picture over here. Releasing in June. This June. Okay, so of course, when you post pictures like this on the internet, people will immediately say this is AI generated. Assuming that your claims are true, I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, okay, fine, it is AI generated, so what are you going to do about it? The best you can do is to not pre-order it because you do not want to support AI generated stuff, right? Which is fair, but the saddest part about AI in general is that it is everywhere right now. Every day I open my X app on my phone, Twitter app, the homepage, the stuff that is being recommended to me from people whom I am not following. Literally every single video that is being shared, being liked and shared, retweeted everywhere. 9 out of 10, they're all AI. Yes. It is like the average Joe, the average person out there, they simply do not care how the video, how the product was being made. All they care are the results, whether it is entertaining or not. Yeah, you will hear me rant about AI as we go on for the rest of today's video. So the next one here, we have the original character section. Original character, my ass, of course. QS Studio Witch Series Succubus 1x4 scale, and this is apparently a licensed 1x4 scale figure of an original character. Once again, my ass. It is not original character. This is obviously Marin Kitagawa Lee's cosplay version. They converted it into a realistic face and they did not want to run into any potential trademark or copyright issues, so they claim that it is an original character, which is a perfectly legal. loophole to exploit because her face does not look like Marin Kitagawa in the anime, so you can always claim that it is your own original character wearing an outfit that is inspired. The keyword here, inspired by a different source, and from a legal standpoint, that is not an issue. Of course, case by case basis, right? But in this case, it is a valid argument. But guess what? I don't like this at all. So there's no point for me to run my mouth talking about this one any further. Not nice. I don't like it. $293 for 1x4 scale is reasonable, however, and this is coming out in July 2026. Up next, we are now in anime characters section. The first one here, Moku Studio, Asuka Langley from Evangelion, $135 in this Jack O pose. No cast off, unfortunately, but underneath the skirt, you are getting Shimapan, which is nice, I suppose. Blue stripe pantsu, September release. $135 for something this simple is fine, I guess. Pricing is fine. Damn, I really hate Oz GK for slapping that logo on the face out of all places, man. $135 for a simple figure like this is reasonable. And the face looks fine to me. Yeah, it looks like Asuka. Marco Studio is known for low-budget resin figures. Sometimes the figure looks a tad bit less detailed than these official pictures, but they still look alike somehow. They have made quite a bunch of Genshin Impact school uniform figures at a low price, around $135 as well. What else? Blue Archive as well, I think. Yeah, so this is normal for them. Up next, we have Blush Studio, Miyu Suzuki, and Yusuke Tani from You and I Are Polar Opposites. I have not watched the anime yet. $310 at 1x6 scale for a set over here, releasing in December. What is interesting is that a third party bothered to make a pair of figures from a seasonal anime where the character design of both the male and female protagonists are very simple, very low detail. It is something relatively high risk, right? Because not many people are going to buy this, but I still appreciate how some brands are willing to take on such projects, such products, because the big companies, they wouldn't do it. It is a risky product after all. So about $155 each, fair enough. This is resin after all. Moving on to the next one, we have a very nice figure of CC from Code Geass by Sidiki Studio and PG Studio. $219, releasing in June. Now, this is a beautiful CC figure. Oh, the face is a 10 out of 10. And I believe Sidiki Studio has already released quite a number of figures out there. This is not a new brand that is shady or anything like that, so you can always check out the existing figures. I am normally not a fan of plain dresses like this, but this is very detailed. We have some shading. Alright, fine enough. It is beautiful. That is all that matters. Moving on to the next one here, we have Bond Studio, Nezuko from Demon Slayer, $279 at 1x6. Yep, that base cost a lot of money, releasing in September. How nice would it be if there is LED in the base, isn't it? This looks translucent to me. Very detailed figure. At the same time, this kind of base is nothing new for One Piece, Naruto, Bleach figures. We have rocks shattering, the ground splitting apart, and flames shooting out from those cracks. I see this like 100 times over in those figures from shonen anime in general. It is a nice figure. Right, moving on to the next one here from Yi Studio, we have Shinobu Kocho swimsuit from Demon Slayer, $83 only at 1x6. September release. Face looks pretty good. $83 is a deal. Quite a good deal, in fact. Yeah, low details, but not bad actually for this price. Yeah, no comments otherwise. Simple figure. Next up over here, Pop Art Studio, Rukia Kuchiki from Bleach. Premium version A is going for $278. Upgraded version B, $365. What's the difference again? Ah, okay, left and I see the base. Right? You're paying more for the base. Okay, so let's have a closer look. Wait, what? Is this 2D painting style? Like what Belfine is doing? It looks like, a manga sketch to me, but in colors. Uh, Interesting. That's pretty interesting. It really looks like a sketch to me. I think, yeah, 2D painting style. Okay. Sometimes, I feel a bit thrown off when I see pictures like this. I'm trying to convince myself that I'm looking at a 3D solid object, yet the picture looks so flat and 2D. Yeah, Belfine figures, they give me the same feel. They are BNHA 2D painted figures. Moving on to the next one here, Quiet Art Studio, Oshino Shinobu from Bakemonogatari. $155, releasing in September, 1/6 scale. Okay, Quiet Art Studio, they occasionally work with Hera Studio. Hera Studio is a brand that I will look up to. Their 1/4 scale are nice. So Quiet Art Studio is, yeah, they have been around, right, for some time. They released some figures already. So it is not a new brand that is trying to bluff or anything like that. And having seen what happened to a different studio, was it 1680 Studio, who used AI to manipulate a picture like this, I'm not sure if I can trust even a real sample picture like this anymore. I have trust issues now. But this looks way better than I expected because this official picture over here, right? It looks like a slightly better price figure, yet the sample they're showing over here looks more refined, more detailed, which is interesting. The helmet is, oh, the helmet, mm, I love metallic paint. Okay, I think for 150, $155, this is nice. Right, moving on to the next one here, we have two figures from Attack on Titan. The first one is by Wawa Studio, Mikasa Ackerman again, $535. Of course, the base, right? Version A open mouth version, version B closed mouth version must be the face expression. Both are the same price, releasing in September. Yep. Open mouth version is nicer, but why not give us like an extra head sculpt for people to swap it out? Right? Why does it have to be two entire separate figures? Or maybe there is no need, because I've brought up these points before. Sometimes you buy a figure with many extra parts and then you never swap them out. So those extra parts are forever sitting in the box being useless. So that might be one of the reasons for not offering extra parts and letting people choose only either one. Okay, I'm moving on to the next one here. Annie Leonhardt by Model Power Studio, $195. What is up with the pose? Boxing pose. Yeah, this is the same pose when they are in their Titan form, I guess. Uh, no skill, but this, the height, what is the height? 26.5. So this is close to 1/6, but $195 is a bit pricey for a simple figure like this September release. I've seen better figures of Annie Leonhardt. The problem is whether it is easy to find or not. This one, I don't like the pose. Yeah, moving on to the next one. Right here, Modo Studio, Asa Mitaka, and Yoru from Chainsaw Man. Finally, it is not an endless spam of Makima or Power or Reze, but we are about to see another 4 Makima figures after this. Okay, so this one is something different for once, and $436 at 1/4 for 2 figures, by the way. That is good value. September release. So this is the first one over here. I wonder why no one else made a figure of her. Yep, and you're also getting this one for $436. 2 figures. I actually do like it, even though it is simple. Right. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is the first of the next 4 Makima figures. The first one is by ZM Studio, Jaomeng Studio. And I believe this is a new brand. Is it? This could be a new brand. Releasing in September, 1x6 scale, $293. Okay, this is somewhere in between anime style and realistic artwork, but it is a nice one, so I don't mind this face at all. Plain black shirt set, but we have blood stained chains over here, and this is the only picture we have. No, we have a full picture. Okay. The colors are a bit dull, so I'm not sure if I like this one. Yeah, not a fan of the color scheme. The next Makima here, this is probably my least favorite because it is so out of character. I can't imagine Makima ever making an embarrassed face like that, given her personality as a character. I think she would give you a stone cold face, even though she's completely Hadaka. Yeah, this is so unlike her. By Mochi Studio, you can have her in 1x6 or 1x4. 1x6 is going for $175, 1x4 $279, releasing in September. This is something that feels more like an original character cosplaying as Makima, and it is purely for fan service, so I'm not liking this one. The third Makima figure here by Izanami Studio, $189 at 1x6 scale, no release date yet. This one, a different art style again. Like every studio is going their own way with designing their own Makima, which is actually not a bad thing, you know? Because I would rather see something like this over, once again, stealing other people's art. Yeah, this is also like, the eyes are anime, but the nose and the mouth are realistic, if that makes any sense. Different art style, but looks fine. Not my favorite though. And the next one, oh, we have 5 Makima figures, not 4. This is the 4th one. There's the 5th one later. 4th one is by Polar Bear Studio. $419 at 1x4. There's a version A, the one to see on screen for $419. Version B is cheaper at 300 plus, and I'm not putting it on screen because she's wearing lingerie, right? So if this one, I just want to take a closer look at her face. Yeah, this is also semi-realistic. Polar Bear Studio. Is it the same company that made that 2B figure from Nier Automata, which I really wanted? I think it is the same studio, but this one is lackluster in comparison. Not a fan of this one. You can do better, Polar Bear Studio. And the last Makima is my favorite one, but there are people online, including in my Discord server, accusing this of being AI artwork. And I don't even know what to say anymore. Alright, fine. I'll believe you. Fine. I am not going to spend 10 minutes on literally every single third-party resin figure over here just to analyze the picture and see whether there are any signs of AI being used. I'm not doing that. Okay, this Makima, $400 at 1x6 scale. Now, this is beautiful, and you can see why this is my favorite Makima figure. Oh, this is... I'm not even a fan of Chainsaw Man, you know? Yeah, finally. Now, this is the kind of face I want to see from third party when it comes to Makima figures. You guys just went through 5 different Makima figures with different art style from different artists. This is my favorite one, hands down. No contest. As for whether I care if AI were used in these pictures, I mean, as long the figure turns out identical to what these pictures promised, I don't think I have any problems with it. Yeah. As long they don't mislead us collectors, they promise this and then they release something that looks way worse and you have to pay $400 for it. That is worst case scenario. As long that does not happen and we get everything identical to what we see over here, I don't think I have any problems with the pictures potentially being AI generated or AI modified, as people say it, where you take an actual photograph that came from a camera and then use AI to change some things, right? So I really fear for the future, honestly speaking. Imagine a future where everything you see, both online and offline, everything is fake. You walk out from your home, you go out, you go to a market, you go to a shopping mall, every advertisement you see on a, yeah, does not matter whether it is a TV display, a big screen display, or even a physical one printed and pasted on the wall. Every single illustration, every single visual thing you see are fake and AI generated. And then you go back home, you turn on the computer and go online. Every video, every illustration, every CGI image, anything that uses your eyes to see, visual stuff, everything is fake. I really fear for a future like that. Is this like dead internet theory or something along those lines? There are some conspiracy theorists online talking about dead internet theory. I'm not quite sure what that is. But this is the kind of future which I'm really afraid will happen in like a decade or two. Nothing is real anymore. And people will be conditioned to expect everything to be fake until proven otherwise, which is really sad. We content creators, the genuine ones, we are losing bad to AI slop on the internet. People are sharing, reposting all those AI slop. Yeah. Meanwhile, YouTubers like us who film stuff with a camera, we're getting 500, 1,000, 2,000 views. We would be lucky to get 5,000 views because people prefer to watch short AI slop. Those get 10, 20 million views easily. Yeah. Okay, so I've gone off track quite a bit. I told you guys I would rant about AI throughout this video. So back to this free run figure over here by Craftsman Studio. Not nice. I feel like I'm looking at a slightly better price figure. This is $157, pretty low for a resin figure. 1x6 scale releasing in September. Okay, it looks way better than I expected after I zoomed in the picture. Yeah, there's more detail than I expected, but uh, not a fan of the pose. What is up with the dog pose over here? Yeah, I want Freewen with her stuff, not this. So moving on to the next one here. Oh, nice. FWS Studio, a brand that has been around for years, not a new brand. Celestine Lucrosse from Kuro Inu, $279, releasing in September. And yes, this is customable. Nice. So the face is perfect. I know that I couldn't show much on YouTube because of how little cloth she has on her, even though she's still well covered at the most important areas. Her face looks fantastic. And there's nothing I would change about her face. And this is all I can show on YouTube. Nowadays they are getting very strict with all these anime figures, or they're just going after anime in general. Yeah. And even though she is still wearing clothes, I prefer to cover it up just in case. Is this good value? Yes. I think you're getting like 1.5 figures. You need to sort out the entire torso in order to cast it off. And $279 for all of these? Yes, this is a good pre-order. Go for it if you like her. Moving on to the next one, we have Tree Studio. What kind of name is that? Tosaka Rin from Fate Stay Night, $189, releasing in September. Yeah, everything is coming out in September. I feel bad for people who collect third party. This is the closest I can get to a face. And being a Rin Tosaka fan, being an Ishtar or Ereshkigal fan, and I mean the Babylonia version, I am going to be a big critic whenever I see Tosaka Rin being made into a figure, and I do not like this at all. Does not look like her. It does not look like her. It looks like a different character cosplaying as Tosaka Rin. And another problem that makes me very biased when it comes to Tosaka Rin stuff is that I feel like the Good Smile Company Unlimited Blade Works version of Tosaka Rin, which came out like 10 or not 10, more like 13 years, 14 years ago, that figure, I have one. To me, that figure is goated. It is the best Tosaka Rin figure ever made. There were other Tosaka Rin figures that came out much later in the early and mid 2010s, but the The one by Good Smile, was it 2008 or 2010? 2010, I think, right? 15, 16 years old figure by now. I have it. To me, that figure is goated. And until today, no one has beaten that Tosakarin figure yet. Be it genuine or third party. This does not look like her. Nah. Okay, moving on to the next one. Oh, nice. We have GC Studio Chloe or Kuro von Ansben from Fate Khalid Liner Prisma Ilya. Yep, green tea again. So this one, there are two different versions. The almost Ahegao face or the smiling face. Pick your poison. Yeah, I'll go for the Ahegao one easily. So $221 each when it is a fairly simple figure because they know your lolly gooners would buy it anyway, right? Releasing in December. However, I like the next figure more, even though it is not customable. Yes, this one over here by Lollycool Studio. Ilya from Fate Khalid Liner again. So there are two versions over here. Version A, the one you're looking on screen, is $221. And version B is the same figure but bare legs. Yep, same price, releasing in September. So yeah, I would love my lollies to have less clothes, but I think I would take version A this time around because more details, right? When you are having a figure wearing detailed stockings and not just bare leg, barefoot, the figure looks more detailed. And between showing a bit more skin and more details, I'll choose more details in this case. I mean, the figure is not customable anyway, so there's no point in having bare leg. This is what I would choose. And the face is perfect. This is beautiful. So Lollycool Studio is known for their Blue Archive figures, low budget Blue Archive figures. This one is obviously not low budget, but their stuff are something you'll want to pre-order because they sell out after release. They really do sell out. And the best part is even the bootleg Chinese brands would bootleg their figures. Yeah, the Chinese bootlegging the Chinese. Next up over here, we are now in game characters section. Fry's Studio Tifa Lockhart purple dress from Final Fantasy for $19. December release. Okay, verdict time for the face. Though I'm not the best person to judge Tifa's face, I think this looks okay. Okay, this is actually okay. Just that the pose is simple. The thing about Tifa is that if you don't like a specific version you're seeing, you just wait for the next one because third parties will keep making her figures. Up next, Genshin Impact Furina by Yunyi Studio, and this is a new brand. $175 in swimsuit and releasing in September. So judgment time for the face again. Oh, okay, the face is cute. Okay, so here's the thing. From a distance, it is a bit hard to judge what her face looks like. Is it good enough or not? And then zoom in, yeah, looks fabulous. So this is the biggest problem I have with many Japanese websites. They upload very low resolution pictures. AmiAmi is one of the big culprits. The pictures are like 600 pixels, tall or wide. And it is really hard to check a figure. Like, to confirm whether the face is accurate or not, stuff like that. I know that they want to save their server space, but 600 pixels is too tiny. Next up, this is among the most interesting, or even among my favorite third parties this week, even though it is not the most detailed figure, because we have Sora from Goddess of Victory Nikke selling shady stuff on the street. And this is a 1x4 at $264. No, $261. Damn! September release again. Now, this is great value, and I almost wished that this figure is genuine and licensed by Hobby Sakura or even Freeing. But yeah, they are not going to put all those stuff underneath, a jacket in an official figure. Nope, they're not doing that. The face is beautiful, spot on, and please do not mess up her face, right? Please don't. Up next, we have IM Studio Sparksy from Honkai Star Rail. $278 for the painted version. You can buy it in unpainted if you want to and paint the figure yourself. No release date yet. So this one, the picture is a bit weird. I'm not sure if it is camera lens distortion. It looks like her head is being stretched at one corner, this upper corner over here, right? Yeah, this looks more like camera lens distortion to me. And why? I mean, if it is right, if it is camera lens distortion, why would they even use a wide angle lens to take pictures of figures? Shouldn't be doing that. Face is beautiful, just that the pictures over here, every single one of them looks a bit distorted to me. Moving on to the next one, another Sparksy figure from Hakimi Studio. Now, this is a brand that I can vouch for, right? Has been around for many years as well. Released a bunch of figures, $347 at 1x6 because this is one heck of a complicated figure. September release again. The only problem I have is that all these pictures over here, I can't tell if I'm looking at CGI or an actual figure. I think this is CGI, right? This should be CGI. But Hakimi Studio has released bangers over and over again, so I'm not too worried about this one. Next up over here, we have Sparksy and Sparkle, sharing a passionate kiss. And yes, it looks really stupid for me to cover up their mouth when they're just kissing. And that is a legitimate expression of love or affection. And I mean, LGBT is supposed to be a big thing in the West, so YouTube should be okay with this. Yeah, just that, both of them are also touching each other's backside, so I need to crop off the picture. The view here is glorious, so go and check out the figure yourself. Two figures for 366 and 1x6 scale, September release. To be honest, this is nice, the kind of thing that genuine brands will never do, but no, not my kind of figure in the end. Up next, okay, this figure, more AI ranting. So, before we proceed, this is Adeline Studios' AmiAmi and Firefly crossover between Wuwa and Honkai Star Rail, $462 as a set. If you buy them separately, $330 each, not worth it, right? Or how about not buy it at all? Because this is stolen art, that's right. So this is not just stolen art. The studio behind this figure, they went to the extent of taking the artwork and modifying it with AI after stealing it so that it looks a bit different from the original artwork and they can pass it off as their own. I mean, if the original artwork and the so-called fair use version or derivative version is only different by 10%, 5%, how can you say it is fair use? How can you say it is derivative art? It is obviously stolen, right? So I think it was in Bilibili, a Chinese artist. The original artwork is by a Chinese artist. So this is a Chinese stealing from another Chinese, right? And the complaint spread all over Bilibili and spilled into Twitter, into X as well. I saw it. Of course, I saw it after I posted it. But here's the thing, right? We all know this is going to happen. Every week, every 2 weeks, some studio is going to pull off shit like this. So all I can do is, if I were to find out that it is theft, then at least I would let you guys know. That is the least I could do, and encourage you guys not to buy it, or discourage you guys, persuade you guys not to buy it, right? At the same time, how many people care about this? That is the saddest part. I've brought this up just 15 minutes ago about the AI generated stuff, AI slop on the internet. Most people on the internet simply don't care. Yeah, we try our best to spread awareness. We try our best to educate people, but people simply do not care. Yeah. So yeah, don't get this one because we have better options coming up next. The first one here is by Half Summer Studio, AmiAmi from Wuthering Waves, $462 for the deluxe version. December release, standard version, simpler base obviously, for $197. So let's have a look at the DX version. And you see I'm judging these figures from the perspective of someone who has never played the games, right? So when I look at this figure over here, with the mecha thing, all I can say is that this is like Alicia from Honkai Impacted hijacked Firefly's Sam, the robot, and made it her own. And you have a new character called AmiAmi. Basically that. Next up here, another one by Halo Studio, also a brand that has been around for some time. AmiAmi again with that robot thing. I don't know the name. Deluxe version is $743. That would be for the 1x4 version. So this thing is massive. Version A 1x6 scale is $513. Oh, even the 1/6 is not cheap. Okay. So I like this version a lot more. It is like the mecha thing lifting her up. Yeah, this is a lot nicer in terms of the pose. And this would be what the face looks like close up. Okay, this is very nice, right? Just that this almost looks like a CGI render. It probably is. But Halo Studio has also released a lot of figures over the years. So this is another one of those brands where you can always look for user pictures online to see what the existing releases are like. So this one is quite promising in my opinion. This is probably my favorite AmiAmi figure yet so far. Moving on to the next one here. Wow. Yammerman Studio, also a brand that has a good track record. Bedtime, Linai, and Chisa from Wuthering Waves. $221 for two figures is really cheap. 1x6 scale, no release date yet. So this is all I can show because YouTube will not like the full picture. Even though they are wearing undergarment, they are not Hadaka, but YouTube still does not like it. However, it is hard for me to like this figure, to enjoy this figure because, yeah, I can see Chisa's face directly, but I can only see Linai's face from the side, not the full face. So I'm not sure if I like it, but this is still a very artistic figure regardless. Next up over here, we have Wuwa again. The third parties really love Wuthering Waves. Phoebe from Lingyue Studio. And, yep, that embarrassed face is Chef's Kiss. Beautiful. There is a version with DLC, so this is castable. $334 for that one. September release. Not my favorite Phoebe figure. I still prefer the one which was already released, where she's rubbing herself against the corner of a table. That one was really nice. This one is okay. And moving on to the next one here from Ironbird Studio, Chen Yu from Arc Knights Enfield, $223 releasing in December. I think there's an official figure of her, right? Was it for real? I can't remember anymore. But this one does have a nicer pose. Oh, this is my kind of thing. Ho, details. My kind of thing. I was about to write off the figure as being meh. I think it is the face. I'm not sure if I like the face, but everywhere else, this looks fantastic. Oh no, why does OSGK do this all the time? No idea. What do you think about her face? Does it look like her? Close enough, I suppose. Next up over here, oh, the most cultured figure of this week, perhaps, by Little Witch Studio Sunohara Kokonoa from Blue Archive. $293 because they know you'll buy it anyway. At 1x6 scale. Very expensive. No release date yet. So yes, I want it. Just for personal enjoyment, because obviously I can't post the picture online. I can't review it on YouTube. And this is all I can show you, but you can go to OSGK and have a look yourself. So Little Witch Studio only has 3 figures so far. 1 released, Yochimari, also Blue Archive, also Lolly, also castable. And that Yochimari is fabulous, right? And what makes me feel suspicious about Little Witch Studio is that I feel like they have connections to the Dodomo Studio, and this is purely me making an educated guess. I don't have any proof for this, right? Because the official pictures over here provided by Little Witch Studio, as I scroll through every picture, the way the photographs are being done, as if, yeah, the same photographer behind Dodomo Studios figures are shooting these photos. So this is my own conspiracy theory. Maybe they are connected. I have no clue. And at this point into this video, I'm sure you guys can see how these edgy figures by third-party Chinese brands are making a comeback somehow. Yeah, most likely they have moved out of China, right? They are based in Hong Kong or Taiwan. Next up, we have Miwu Studio, Wu Shi-san, 53. Tachibana Hikari and Tachibana Nozomi from Blue Archive, $278 for a set at 1/6 scale, no release date yet. Okay, they look fine, but I'm not sure if I like the face on. They look a bit pale, they look a bit sick. You can always wait for the Apex Toys version. Apex Toys announced scale figures of these two characters already. Just that we probably won't get it until next year, right? I like the Epsilon Studio version more. This is not bad, but Epsilon Studios version is nicer. Next up over here, Pro Hex Studio, Ichinose Asuna again from Blue Archive. She sure is really popular for a big oppa character among all of the Blue Archive characters. Well, face does look like Asuna, but Asuna in a nun outfit, nah, not my thing. I think Asuna looks the most natural in a bunny suit. I think that is what she's well known for. Up next, we have HJMD Studio. Sukatsuki Ryo from Blue Archive, $278. No release date yet, and that is a really bad name for a studio. Sounds like HFMD. Hence foot mouth disease. Anyways, I'm not liking this Ryo, and I think you know why. Because the face is a bit off in my opinion, right? I included a close-up picture of her face right there. Yeah, I've seen better faces of Ryo by other brands. This is not good. And pairing her next to a photocopy machine and her office outfit, being pulled up showing her undergarments, it is so random. Next up, what do we have here? Okay, XHGK Studio. Seat from Zender's Zone Zero, $263. September release. Oh, okay. Yeah, reminds me of Evangelion stuff. I really can't comment much. I mean, yeah, it is reassuring that they show us all these pictures of the actual product, but after a brand being caught using AI to bluff, I'm not sure how to draw any conclusions from this of actual product pictures anymore. How they manipulated in any way. But this is very nice. Like one of those Evangelion figures with the pilot seat. Right, and the last figure for today is Girls House GK Studio Yeshun Guang from Zender's Zone Zero, $293 at 1/6 scale, releasing in September. This one went kind of viral on my Facebook. I wouldn't say viral, but highly popular. A lot of shares, right? For a good reason. The face is like not exactly like in the game, half anime, half realistic kind of thing, but very beautifully done. No complaints at all. I would take it the way it is, right? And the pose is a bit questionable, even though there's nothing weird going on. This is perfectly safe for work, I suppose, unless you have very conservative family members. Nothing quite wrong with it, but I covered up her other leg just because of her pose, just in case. Anyways, beautiful face, man. Just that the price is a bit pricey. $293 for a 1/6 is quite high. Even with that, with that chair or table or whatever she's sitting on. So that would be it for today's Figure News Fix. Yeah, this is a longer episode than the previous 2 or 3 weeks because we have a lot of third-party stuff. That would be all for today's video, I suppose. And once again, if you enjoyed today's video, give it a like and subscribe to this channel for more anime figure content every week. And until then, I'll see you guys in a few days. Goodbye.